It has been a hot minute since I've done my makeup on camera, but let's do it. Back everyone, and today we are going to be doing a get ready with me. So I just went shopping at Sephora yesterday. I do have just like kind of like a mini vlog up of my shopping trip, so I thought that I would use a few items that I picked up, like the new Huda Beauty Easy Bake Powder. I got a new lip balm from Summer Fridays. I did order the Natasha Denona Xenon palette. I have a video doing eye swatches of every shade in the palette, so you can check that one out. I also have some new products from Tower 28. Their concealer and also mascara, a new brow pencil from LYS Beauty. So I am excited to get trying everything out. So let me zoom in. Okay, here we are. So like I said, it's been a minute since I've done any sort of like get ready with me or anything like that. I don't have a new foundation, so I'm just gonna use my L'Oreal True Match. I use the shade N4, and I'm using a Sonia G Jumbo. I completely missed the brush and just put foundation all over my Natasha palette. Well, good thing it wasn't still open. We're off to a solid start. Okay, so like I was saying, it's been a minute since I've done my makeup on camera. I feel like I don't even know what I'm doing these days besides pouring foundation everywhere, but you know, that's okay. I do want to keep today's get ready with me kind of just focused on some of the new makeup that I'm trying. I do want to do a full look with the Natasha palette. I've only done one full look with the palette so far. No, I've done two for Halloween looks, but I haven't done a full one on camera yet. So I've just done like the eye swatching video, but a lot of you might have seen my previous vlog that I posted. Not my Sephora one, but just kind of my like weekly vlog that I've been trying to do. And I did recently lose my dog Aries to cancer, so just been kind of having, you know, a hard time with that and the grief and moving on and trying to find new routines and take care of myself again and all of those things. But I feel like for my makeup videos, kind of want to keep them more focused on the makeup, and then for like my vlogs and things like that where I'm a little bit more personal and, you know, share a little bit more, that's kind of where I talk about maybe a few more emotional things, because I know not everyone comes for like the personal side of things. Some people do just want to see the makeup, so that's kind of how I'm trying to balance life right now. I will have everything linked, of course, in my description box. I'll also put any links in the new YouTube shopping button that you can do right here, so you should see the products that I'm using pop up. But I do want to try a new concealer. So this is from Tower 28. It's their serum corrector, actually. So they sent me two different shades, 6 and 7. So we'll see. This says it's a weightless serum concealer, has the power to visibly cover dark circles, hyperpigmentation, and redness, designed for sensitive skin. It's a non-irritating formula to hydrate and smooth textured skin. It's medium buildable coverage with a natural finish. Okay, so we have 6 and 7. I mean, they look pretty close to one another, so let me swatch these. I tell like a big difference between 6 and 7. I think I'm gonna go with 6. It looks like a little bit more lighter, like maybe more on the brightening side. 6 is called IE. So let's try that one. Alrighty, so taking the concealer, I did want to pick up the new one from House Labs, but the Sephora I went into didn't have House Labs, like it was under like a cloak. I keep calling it a cloak. So I was bummed about that, but I'm actually getting ready. I'm filming this on a Tuesday. I leave Wednesday night for Austin to visit my friend Angelica Nyqvist, and we're gonna go shopping, including going to Sephora. And I'm hoping they have a few more things than the Sephora that I popped into here in Las Vegas. I hope they have House Labs, I hope they have Lawless, but I'm excited to do some shopping. Okay, I'll say for the concealer, that blended out super quickly. Wow, that looks really nice. Oh, I know I said I was gonna try to keep the videos separate, but the place that did Aries cremation just came with her urn, so I had to take a little break, and now I might have to take a little bit more of a break, but she's back home with me. I'm shocked this didn't come when I was doing my eye makeup, because I felt like that's how it always worked. And all my other get ready with me videos, as soon as I started eye makeup, I would talk about something that made me cry. I mean, I have to say, even for crying, this concealer looks really nice. It was very smoothing. I feel like it looks a little bit more brightening. Oh, I like that. It blended super easily. It was very fast. I like that shade match number 6. Oh, okay. I'm gonna wait a little bit until I can like completely dry my under eyes, but oftentimes I actually do wait to apply my powder. Normally I would go in with my powder right away, but I've seen like makeup artists and some of my friends say it's better, like the concealer is supposed to self-set and then you come in with the powder, so that's just what I've been doing for a while. So this is where I actually usually do my brows, and I got a new brow pencil, and this one is from LYS. This is their Secure Brow Pencil. It's an ultra fine eyebrow pencil. It mimics the illusion of real hair, instantly defines shapes, fills brows for a customized look. I got sent the shade taupe. I was gonna say oat. I don't even know, where did that even come from? I'm using the shade taupe for this one. You have a small spoolie on one side, and yeah, this is pretty tiny. I'll do some close-ups so you can see how small this is, okay? Shade match, I don't know. We'll see if it will be dark enough for my brows. I don't often do my brows on camera unless I'm like using a new product, but I just spoolie my brows up. I start by drawing a line underneath and then just kind of sketching them all the way through. At the front, I just do a few hair-like strokes here. I think the shade match is looking pretty good, actually. I was worried it might be too light, but I think it's looking pretty good. Sometimes if it's such a small pencil, I can kind of struggle, because I like something like the Goof Proof. It's a little bit thicker, the LYS Beauty Brow Pencil, because sometimes when they're so small, I just feel like I can't, like I don't work as fast, and I'm not someone who particularly enjoys doing my brows. Like, I like my brows to be done, but I don't enjoy doing them. But I feel like that was pretty quick and looks good. I feel like this looks like a very natural brow. Okay, okay. I've noticed that brow pencils is not something that I tend to switch up a lot. Like, I find my favorites and I really stick with them, because I think I'm still traumatized from like back in the day when I was first learning how to do brows on YouTube. My first year on YouTube, I didn't do my brows at all, and it was probably the most, like, honestly, I should just go back to doing it, because I would get so many comments, you know. That's like what everyone's going for these days, is comments, engagement, algorithm. Like, I should just go back to not doing my brows. But then starting to actually try to learn how to do them, but while having a channel, that was interesting, because I didn't always do the best job, okay? I still don't always do the best job, but now I find the pencils that really work for me, and then I just stick to them. Less chance of messing up. Okay, I think my brows look pretty good. This one, like on the front, I don't feel like it looks great, but I think I did an okay job. For a new one, it feels very soft. Like, it doesn't feel super waxy. It's also like, it wasn't hard at all to fill in. Like, it wasn't like I was having to like really push the product down. Like, it seems like it's pigmented enough as well. So if you like really small brow pencils, that might be a good option for you. I still think I'm going to like some of my bigger ones, just because I feel like it's a little bit quicker for me to do, but I do like that it looks like a very natural brow right now. I picked up the new Huda Beauty Easy Bake and Snatch powder. This is their pressed brightening and setting powder. I got the shade Pound Cake. I'm gonna try it on my under eyes and also on my face. I don't know, we'll see. I just want to be able to test it. I swatched, what did I swatch? I swatched Cupcake, but I thought that might be too pink. I think there was one other shade that I swatched as well. I'm just gonna make sure that my under eyes are dry. I'm gonna use one of my powder puffs that I really enjoy from, I just get these from Amazon. So I'm gonna start with the under eyes first and see how we like it. Ooh, I can kind of instantly tell that's gonna be pretty brightening. I'm excited to go to Austin because I'm gonna look at Angie's lighting setup, because I just cannot find a place. I just moved into this new apartment. I just cannot find a place I like filming. Like, I I can't find, like, I cannot find a good spot, and it's starting to make me panic. There's also a reason I'm doing vlogs more, because I don't like any of my filmings. Like, I've tried in multiple places in this apartment, and I'm like, so I don't really love the like lighting situation yet, but I think I'm just gonna have to add quite a few more lights and actually make this like this little space in my apartment. It's kind of like a walkout from the bedroom. I don't know how to describe it, but I think I'm just gonna have to like truly make this like a whole like studio to make it easier to film in. But I also feel like my camera's like farther away from me. I don't know, it's all different. But if you can see the difference, this side has the powder on it, this side doesn't. So I would say I definitely feel like this side is brighter, smoother. I do feel like you can kind of see some of my pores a little bit though. And it looks just a little, I'm feeling like it looks just a little bit cakey right here. I also feel sometimes I can go a little bit overboard with powder on my under eyes. I really like the one from Charlotte Tilbury, the Airbrush Flawless Finish powder, because it's so finely milled. I feel like you never really get like any sort of cakey feeling with that one, but I feel like that looks pretty good on the under eyes. I like to hit like around the nose to kind of brighten this area up as well. I feel like that looks pretty good though. I'm just gonna take the sponge and just kind of press the powder into other areas of my face. I was curious if I was gonna like this more as a face powder or for the under eyes. So I definitely want to keep trying both. I like it for the under eyes right now because I feel like it's brightening. But also curious, you know, just to see how it looks on the skin. And a lot of people really have raved about the loose powder from Huda Beauty, but I prefer pressed powder. So when I saw this, I was like, oh, I'm just gonna go ahead and get that. So, and we'll see how it holds up. I'm actually getting ready. I'm going on a hike tonight, so in just a couple hours. So we'll see how the makeup holds up. Sometimes if it's too much of a brightening powder, I don't love it for the face, but I also want to see what I think of this one compared to my LYS Beauty, because that's my favorite face powder right now. But I think my skin looks really smooth. I'm not having the best of skin time. I'm someone who I say like I show stress on my face, like through my skin. So I'm not having like an absolute stunner of a skin day, but I feel like this looks really nice. I used the Summer Fridays SPF before I started my makeup. The L'Oreal True Match is beautiful. And then with the concealer and the powder, I think my skin is looking really, really nice right now. Okay, I'm not mad. I'm not mad. Next up, I am going to do some bronzer and blush. I don't have anything new, and I have my Life's a Draft palette sitting next to me. So I'm just going to use the bronzer and blush out of here. My collab palette with Ofra Cosmetics. I actually did not buy a new bronzer. I came really close to buying a Gucci bronzer, and which, who knows? Like when I get to Austin, and especially when I'm around Angie, it's like, who knows what I'm gonna end up buying, right? So maybe I'll still get it, but I feel like it's been a minute since I've bought a new bronzer or blush. I also just did a lot of declutters where I was decluttering bronzers and blushes and, you know, the rest of my makeup collection. So maybe that helps, but I'm pretty proud of myself. Then also adding some blush, and then this is typically where I spray my face before I start in on my eye makeup, because I don't like to use my setting spray or finishing spray once I'm starting my mascara. So this is typically my makeup routine right now. I feel like this blush just instantly kind of gives me, because it's a shimmery blush, I just feel like it kind of instantly gives a glow, which is what I need. Whew. That was a tough one. Man, like, okay, I don't want to talk about it. I'm gonna start to cry. Okay, I'm gonna spray my face with the MAC Fix Plus. It's just like, I knew that was gonna be tough, but that was really tough. Whew. I still think it's looking good. I like this. So next up, I'm going to use the Natasha Denona Xenon palette. Like I said, I do have a video doing eye swatches of every shade, so I put every shade on my eyes. I wasn't the most impressed with it because it just seemed a little bit too repetitive within the palette itself. There's like 5 white shades in here. There's a pink that looks more white to me. So I like some of these gray tones, and I definitely want to do like something with the grays today. But I was a little bit like, not as excited, especially on the heels of the I Need a Nude palette, which I really, really loved. I was hoping that I would have loved this one a little bit more. But we will still give it a go. Like I said, I did a few like Halloween looks with this palette and I got a lot of compliments on them. So I'm gonna start off with the shade Snurp, using the Sigma E44. And I'm just gonna start to run this into my crease. I love gray. I mean, I'm wearing a gray sweater today, but like I've said, the color gray is my favorite color. If my whole apartment could be gray, I would be super happy about that. I like this because this kind of has that like blue gray vibe to it. And I just think it's really pretty. It was one of my, it might sound strange, but it's one of my favorite shades in the palette. Honestly, I feel like I could just put this like where I'm putting it and call it a day. Like add a little bit of liner and mascara, boop, we could be done. I still really like the formula in here. Like if this is your color scheme and like you, like, cause you know, of course I got comments on the video of like, I really like white eyeshadow, which I said in there like, you know, is perfect. If you do, this will probably be a really good palette for you, because I still do like the formula. The mattes are so easy to use, they're easy to blend. The shimmers, the like wet effect formula that Natasha has, all super beautiful. So it's not that I think the palette is like bad quality by any means. I just, for me, the color scheme is a little bit too repetitive, and like I don't have the mini Xenon palette. If you did, I honestly like, I don't think that you would need this one, but I mean, that's just my opinion. Maybe you would want, you know, the extra shades or whatever. I just feel like there's a lot of the same in the palette. Especially, I was a Vegas showgirl on Saturday. We had like a party brunch in Las Vegas to go to. Me and my girlfriend were Vegas showgirls, and we got so many compliments on our outfits, but I also got a lot of compliments on my makeup. So, and I used this palette. So I was happy about that. I'm gonna go for a little bit of a darker look, but not too dark. I'm gonna use Grew, the last shimmer on the first row, and I'm just gonna use my finger. And I'm gonna pop this on like the center and inner part of my eye. Yeah, this is really pretty. I like the combo of these two shades. Ooh. That's really pretty. See, like her, like I still think that I can get really pretty eye looks from this palette. And I said in my video, I was like, I don't know, I feel like this is one that I might like keep for a while, but then end up passing on. I mean, I could change my mind, you know? Because I don't have a lot of palettes that are this more like grayscale tones, but I also, it's not like my everyday type of look. And I'll say, like, I was wearing a lot of silver over the weekend, but I usually wear more gold. So that's why I do a lot of like brown and gold eyeshadow looks versus silver and cool tones. But I mean, who knows? I could become a silver girly. Okay, I think this is looking super pretty. I do want to do some liner. So I'm just going to use a Sigma liner brush, and I'm going to take the shade Sposh in the middle here. I like to do just a little wing with some shadow. I've been doing this quite a bit lately, and I just like the way it looks. And it's less intimidating for me to do it this way than with like liquid liner or something like that. I just feel like eyeshadow is a little bit easier to play with, to wipe away if you make a mistake. That's all, just a little bit. Like I think I made this side a little bit too long, so it's just super easy to clean on up. Use the L'Oreal Infallible gel liner for my waterline and to tight line. And then on the lower lash line, I'm gonna use that shade Sposh again, just with the liner brush. I'm just gonna put it really close to my lower lash line. And then taking a Sigma pencil brush, I'm gonna grab Snert with a little bit of a Flurry. Just kind of mix those two together and blend out the lower lash line. I like this kind of like blue, gray, kind of, I don't know, it's kind of like icicle-ish vibes for me. It's fitting because it has somehow turned to fall in Las Vegas. And I was like, all right, no big deal. I'm going to Austin. It's supposed to be warm there too. It's cold as well this week. I'm like, oh, come on. So I'm like having to pack sweaters. Ugh. So I wanted to just a little bit of inner corner highlight as well. So I'm gonna grab the shade, I mean there's so many whites to choose from, which has so many options. I'm gonna grab the first shade in Rhyme and just add a little inner corner and also brow bone highlight with this one. You know, yesterday was the first day that I was like, oh, okay, like I got in my car and it read 56 degrees. I was like, what? And then I've been walking every morning, like quite a bit. Today I walked almost 2.5 hours for my morning walk, which helps clear my head. And when I first left my apartment, it was only 44 degrees. I was like, excuse me, what? So it's fall, y'all. Fall is here. I mean, I still walked to Starbucks and got an iced chai, but my hand was so cold at one point, but it was fine. It was fine. Like I said, I have a new mascara from Tower 28. This is their Make Waves. Wait, is this new? I feel like I've tried this before. Now that I say the name, Make Waves. I feel like I've tried this mascara and I didn't love it. But I also, when I asked like what you were buying or what you wanted to see, I saw this Tower 28 mascara mentioned a lot when I put it on my Instagram. So I do also have the Benefit Fan Fest mascara. I have a little demo with it. I can put it up as a YouTube short as well. I did a little demo on TikTok and I've really been liking this one. But because I saw Tower 28 mentioned so much, I figured we might as well use it. But now that I'm saying that, I feel like I've tried this. But we'll try it again. We'll try it again just to be sure. So I'm going to start with my bottom lashes. Okay, from applying on the bottom lashes, it feels more like a dry formula. And the brush is one of those like more like spiky wands. I feel like as I'm applying it, I don't know how to describe it. Like it feels like not a lot is happening. It's one of those that I think that I'll need like 3 or more coats just to really try to get the full effect. I do like the wand is a little bit thinner, so it's easy to go like underneath the lash and really pull the lashes up. But I don't know if I will say that I think it's gonna be a favorite of mine. I feel like I'm like trying to do the work with the mascara. Like I'm trying to like put my whole body into it. Like, come on, let's go. We can do it. That's how I feel. It's pretty. I feel like it looks like a more like natural mascara. It's definitely pretty lengthening. It gives a nice curl to the lash. And again, I'm someone who like, I don't curl my eyelashes. So if a mascara can give me a little curl, I'm not going to complain. But again, I feel like I've noticed with more of a, I don't like a mascara that has too wet of a formula. Like when you're applying it, it's kind of just getting messy right away. But I kind of like a nice balance, because sometimes with a drier formula, and I don't know, maybe with this more like spikier brush, I just feel like it takes me more time to get the lash effect I'm going for. Okay, again, it's pretty. I don't know if it's gonna beat out like my Rare Beauty, the Maybelline Sky High, really like the one from One Size. But I think that's pretty. Definitely want to see how it wears. I'm always very curious of like transfer and things like that, but we'll see. Still, just before I do my lip product, I really like the way my base makeup is looking. I feel like I don't necessarily love my brows. I feel like they almost just are like, I feel like they look undone. Does that make sense? Like I feel like they don't really look like I've like filled them in and defined them. Interesting. But I like my base makeup. I still like how the concealer and the powder is looking. And I do like my eyeshadow. So that's good. So to finish off with a lip product, I don't have a new lip liner, so I'm just going to use from Charlotte Tilbury. This one is in Love Trap, one of my favorites. And then for my lip products, okay, I have been loving the Fenty Beauty lip oil. I think I mentioned this in, I think it was my Sephora recommendations video. I cannot get enough of this lip oil, and I keep getting asked so many questions like what is my lip combo, and it's been the Fenty lip oil for the past week. I got this at the YouTuber event that I went to in LA, and I was like, you know what, I just need to try it out. So good. Like I feel like I can already see, oh my gosh, I've already used so much of this. I've been loving it. But I did pick up 2 new lip balms. during the Sephora sale. So I got the GlossierBalm.com, and that one is just a clear balm. It's typically what I use more as kind of like a skincare. I'll use it like in the morning or at night as like a lip mask. But then I also did pick up from Summer Fridays. This is their lip butter balm, and I got the shade Brown Sugar. So I thought that we could try this one out today. I hear so many people talking about the Summer Fridays lip balms, and I've been wanting it for a while. I put it in my cart, or my $1,000 Sephora fantasy cart video that I did. And then they came out with some new shades, including this Brown Sugar, and I thought it looked really pretty, good for fall. I like to put brown sugar in my chais. So we're gonna give it a shot. It smells like brown sugar. That's nice. Ooh, okay. This is pretty. That's pretty, and I like it with the eye look. Like, it's not too much. It's not like too dark of a lip, but it is a little bit darker. It's very comfortable. It doesn't feel like sticky or anything like that. Okay, I like the smell. I like the smell of the brown sugar one. I think that looks pretty though. I like it. We'll see. This is my first time trying it, so definitely we'll have to see how I like it. But that's gonna do it for this. Trying new makeup, some new items that are available at Sephora. If you enjoyed seeing it, definitely let me know your thoughts. Like I said, my base makeup I was really liking. The eyeshadow I'm really liking. The brows and the mascara I'm just like a little bit iffy about. You know, there's quite a few things like the concealer, the powder, the lip products. I want to see like how they hold up. I really like this eyeshadow with my eye color. Maybe I will become a silver girly and get more into my cool tones for fall. But yeah, so far so good. I think this was a pretty successful trying new makeup. Again, I hope you enjoyed watching it, and I'll see you in my next one.